Always gets me, especially in this part of the country or in Nigeria. Basically, I'm not trying to generalize on anything, but growing up, I've seen them use teething powder. Like, so today, forget about my background. I'm not filming in the car today. My kids are sleeping. So today, let's talk about items I don't think I will ever buy for my baby when I'm shopping for a new baby, or let's just dive right into it. The first item on my list has to be a glass feeding bottle. Like, when my enemies are not after me. Like, I know the kind of kids I have. Imagine a bottle will be is now gonna break after one use. I beg go. Please, it's not even about the baby breaking it. What if he sleeps and then he falls and that's it? I ain't gonna waste my money for such. Another item on my list has to be powder dispenser. If you are in Nigeria, you know this powder dispenser I'm talking about. It's always in one this thing, then there's one foam thing. I think if I get a picture, I'm going to put it up somewhere. Why are we buying powder dispenser? Well, for one, I don't even used to buy powder, so I don't need a powder dispenser for anything. Another maybe item or thing I'm never going to buy is baby oil. I rather use coconut oil, olive oil, castor oil for my baby. I'm never buying baby oil because nah, they don't smell nice. Maybe to me, they just don't smell nice. I don't just like them. And then they are too greasy. Maybe it's just me. I think this is a personal preference. Like whenever I see people and they are hospitalists and I like baby oil, you are always doing baby oil. Can never be me and you. Another item that I'm like, why are you buying this thing? Baby shoe. Like, why is your baby going to? Your baby is not going anywhere, especially for the first few months or weeks. Your baby is definitely not going anywhere, so they don't need shoes. I for one don't buy shoes for my babies till they are walking. You have to show me that you are serious, and you have to be showing me real seriousness that you really want to walk before I can buy you shoe. I'm sorry. Another thing that always gets me, especially in this part of the country or in Nigeria, basically, I'm not trying to generalize on anything, but growing up, I've seen them use teething powder. Like, what is teething powder? I've never used anything for my kids because they are teething. I think it's just something in my head. I feel like your baby's teeth is going to grow whether you use anything or you don't use anything. The teeth is going to grow. Like, so why am I using teething powder, using teething drugs? Like, who made all those things up? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I remember when I first had my daughter, my grandma would be like, look, you need to use this also drug for the child because the child is teething, because the child. I'm like, I never used anything and she was perfectly fine. Like, that's not me. Teething powder, where? Why? What? Another thing that gets me about having kids in Nigeria, maybe this is a Yoruba thing. They now buy drugs for the child. The child is not sick, mind you. They'll buy drug, they'll buy Abidec, buy this, buy that. No spam me. It's even funny how I remember those names because then when my auntie gives birth and then I see them buying drugs, I'm like, why are people buying drug for this child? Is this child sick? Like, the child is not sick, so why are people buying drugs? It always gets me. Like, why? Any drug that is not prescribed in the hospital, I'm not using for this child. Anything that breast milk cannot solve, we go to the hospital and they will solve it. Like, that is my notion about drugs, teething, whatever. I even know people that used to buy teething bangu, teething. People should rest. Like, rest. And mind you, just my opinion, basically. It's not like I'm trying to force my opinion on anybody, but I just feel like it's unnecessary. Teething bangu, teething this, teething is unnecessary. Yeah, some children tend to run temperature when they are teething. Well, I don't believe in teething because I feel like they put everything in their mouth, so obviously something is going to, an infection will occur or something. Let's just leave this for another day because I don't want somebody to come under my comment section to drag me. No. Another item that I'm just like, we are not buying. I am not buying. Why am I buying you fancy outfits? Where are you going to? Who is inviting you anywhere? Like, I'm not buying you fancy outfits till like you're like 6 months or more. People gift us clothes and all that, no problem. I'll wear it for you for as long as it's still sizing you. But I'm not going to use my money to go and be buying you fancy clothes. Nah, count me out. We're not going anywhere. Highest place we are going is immunization. Exactly, especially for the first 3 months. That's the highest place you're going. Only if you're going to church, going to mosques, even though, because those clothes are expensive. Why am I buying a child's clothes for 25,000? Why are they selling a shirt and a trouser for 18,000? Like, why? How many is the body of this child? These clothes that people have used to sew, these clothes, it's should pay 2 yards. Is he up to 2 yards? I bet he's not, because I can even buy my own blouse. I can buy it for 5k and I'm good with it. The other time I bought clothes for my son, like, they're telling me 12.5 for one shirt. I'm like, you want to go again? Another thing I feel like I'm just never buying is in sweet things like biscuits, all those things before my child clocks a year and a half. I have never done it. Like, even up, see, my daughter is 4 years. If you give my daughter sweets, do you know that sweet stays in my fridge for, like, she will open it and leak or try to, but she can never finish it. Like, we have sweets stored up in my fridge that we have opened that they never finished. So I don't even used to waste my money. Do you know, when I want to prepare for back to school, I don't even used to bother. The only thing I know that she likes is Capri Sun or Ribena. So I focus on that one. Every other thing I'm putting is just because, so that it will not be like I'm only giving her Capri Sun and everything. It's just recently I started giving her one nonsense wafers like that. That she doesn't even eat it. She will still bring it back home. But I just used to put it because of putting sick. Well, I've come to the end of this video. I think this is just like a rant video or something, because I saw people buying glass bottles and I'm just like, nah, I have to talk about the things that I'm never buying. So hope you guys have learned a thing or two today. See you guys on the next one. Bye.